Hello, it's Ricardo and I'm still playing Sea of Thieves. Now, as you can see from the piece of parchment I've got, that Canon Cove is indeed the key. So, over to the old faithful ship, and off to Canon Cove it is. So I haven't bought many upgrades from my ship, or upgraded the ship as yet. I've got a few additional weapons, like the blunderbuss and the like. And I've circled Canon Cove on the old map. That's where I've got to go. So far we've got pretty fine weather. And we're going to head on over, set sail, and get ourselves underway. So, let's raise the anchor. And set sail. And we're away. Now, as you probably noticed, I'm playing this on the Xbox One. There's no, I think, real difference between the versions. I mean, okay, some of the PC versions of the higher ranked graphics cards may have, you know, slightly better graphics, but I doubt it. I haven't yet seen it on the PC to try and gauge that. I mean, my PC's running a GTX 1070, so that's a pretty decent card. You know, not the best by all means, but I think any detail would be in the sea graphic. And I see an awful lot of thought, I think, has gone into that sea graphic, that lovely aquamarine colour that you can see now in the swell of the waves, or to the more murky colour you get when there's been a storm. Anyway, I'm building up quite the inventory, which is good, which is very good for me. I've got an accordion, which I can play a pretty decent tune on. Well, I can play a tune on. And all these things, I suppose, are there to pass the time, aren't they? In between the getting from A to B. And let's just break it down to what it is. This is the laborious journey of the game. Once you get there, yeah, loads of fun. And I suppose in multiplayer mode, and when you come across another ship, then, you know, you're going to be looking out for other online players that may want to gank you or take you out, depending on what ship they've got. So you've got to have your wits about you. But in single player mode, you know, it's pretty straightforward. So Canon Cove is the golden key. Over to Canon Cove it is. Now, if you haven't already done so, can you click the like and subscribe button, and also the notification icon. This will let you know when I'm putting more videos of Sea of Thieves and other games like Elite Dangerous on YouTube. Now, typically I think most of these missions, you know, it's going to be a long drawn out process, especially by watching the missions on YouTube. You know, the player has got an awful lot of time to sort of womble around their ship whilst they're getting from A to B and getting themselves ready. I suppose this could be broken up if you're playing in multiplayer and you've got your friends there with you as well, doing all the ridiculous stuff that friends do. So, we're still on course. This is great. I suppose the aspect of collecting supplies from the islands that you visit is quite a good thing. I mean, you know, cannonballs, bananas for health, and the like. You know, it's that resource collection aspect of the game. Make sure you're fully stocked. So here we are on approach to Canon Cove. There it is. And you can see the seas turned that lovely sort of like emerald green colour. An awful lot. I just can't get over how much thought has gone into the sea dynamic. It's great. I think it's brilliant. They really thought about it. They really got it right. So we're loading cannonballs, just in case. I suppose you never know what's really going to be lurking around the corner, and best to be prepared. So we're on a southwest heading and we're turning now. sea's getting a bit more lively. The swell is increasing. Now, by using our spyglass, I can come across other ships in the vicinity. Good idea to turn all my lights off, as to not draw attention to myself. And basically not find myself at the bottom of the sea. So I've got my blunderbuss just in case. There seems to be lots of debris in the water, so obviously a battle has gone down. Prior to me getting here. And here's the Golden Sands outpost. Now the weather seems to be taking a turn for the worst. Putting those sails up. I can pick up that skull for a bounty and go and cash it into that outpost and pick up some gold. Now again, like some of the other pirate outposts or pirate towns that are dotted around, it's a pretty familiar layout. It's just quicker just to go in the water and just swim across. So here we are with our pirate skull, and we're off. We're going to cash that in. Here we go. Sold that bounty, and we've got an achievement. I want to be a pirate. And we've gained valuable reputation by now. Order of Souls reputation increased by 1. So the more bounties I get, the more reputation you get, the more you advance throughout the game. So with that bounty handed in, it's time to get over to Canon Cove and the entire point of this journey. So it's night time, choppy seas, and there's old Canon Cove right there. So we're heading in now. We're going to get ourselves over there. We've got a good look around. There's no other ships in the vicinity. So we're going to draw the sails up, and when we're ready, lower that anchor, bringing us to a halt. There you go, anchor's down, into the cannon. Aim and kaboom. A much better way than what we first originally had of going around and effectively swimming to sea. So Canon Cove is the golden key between the sky and the deep blue sea. If these words confuse you, you will be stuck. Will at the impaled adventurer to the southeast a tune be struck? So, southeast it is then. Into the compass, southeast, off we go. birds. Check out some of these barrels. And head on southeast. Having a good look around. So, exploring the vicinity, in the area, making sure I don't miss anything. I've obviously gone too far. Ah, good old skeletons. This one's armed with a pistol. Or a musket, I should say. The Impaled Adventurer. Okay. So far, nothing. There's this path. And a cave. Oh, a cave's always good. Some stuff, some barrels. Engraving. Looking around. Nothing much to add. There he is. He looks impaled on a tree. If ever I saw one. Okay. The Impaled Adventure to the southeast nears your goal. Step east by southeast to the large tree and make a hole. Okay, treasure to be found. So, we've reached that area and then south by southeast. East by southeast. That's the way. Yeah, there we go. That way. And look, I found a chest, everybody. Woohoo! Treasure! Oh, look out. Skeletons. Always with the skeleton. Kaboom! Look at this triple bore gun. Boom! There you go. Take that. Let's get digging and cover that chest. And there you go. Pick up Marauder's chest. I've got a Marauder's chest now. All I've got to do now is find where I've parked the ship. Open up the chest, complete that part of the quest. And then I can move on to the next aspect. And here you go. And it is the next aspect of things as well. Not only there's loads of stuff that I could potentially pick up on this island. It's then traversing back across the island to the ship. Well, there's the ship. And perhaps I should have parked it a little bit closer in hindsight. But not to worry. I'm a pirate. I can swim, right? Unfortunately, there's no cannon on this side of the dock in order to fire me back in. But not to worry. So once back on the ship, and I did jump in and basically float across with my chest. It's time to head on back to the trading post and cash in. Cash in with my Marauder's chest and see what sort of money and gold I can get for that. Same old palaver, weigh anchor, set sail, and off you go on your heading back towards the trading post. I mean, angling the sails on this game is a skill in itself, and something that you need to learn, being able to play the game proficiently. Now, I'm not saying I'm any good at it, but I'm getting there. So a lot of people have been saying to me in the comments, oh, you know, is this really the game for you? Yeah, you know what? I think it is. Given the option, seeing what I've seen, I'd buy it. Again. You know? And I think perhaps, I mean, I haven't played it on the PC, but as it's console-based as well, I'm finding it I'm finding it's pretty much straightforward. I'm not saying that the PC version isn't going to be straightforward. I reckon it's a comparable experience. And the fact it's cross-platform play as well, so that people on the PC can play with their friends who have an Xbox, you know, and vice versa, that's great. I mean, unfortunately, there's no cross-platform play either with the PlayStation 4 as yet, but that's a different story. And other games like Elite Dangerous have been crying out for this, even to have cross-platform play between PC and Xbox users, which you'd think would be pretty much straightforward as well. But hey, we are where we are. At least this does work, and it's a good advert for cross-platform play as well. It's a good, I think, example of collaborative gameplay, and hopefully it's going to be the way things go on in the future. So we've got some pretty good weather, some high swell in the sea. We seem to be pretty much on course to get over to that trading post and then start talking gold for some grizzly old salty sea dogs who are going to weigh us in for what we've collected. So there you go, Canon Cove. We went over there, did a little bit of wombling about. We deciphered. I mean, it was an elementary mission. It's one of the first missions. I expect the other missions to be far more complicated. Go here, go there, collect this, wave this at that, look at the tree the wrong way, dig a hole. You know, I expect it to be a bit more of that as you progress through the game. But these elementary missions, I mean, they're pretty good. They're pretty straightforward. It gets you engaged. You know, you start to get proficient with the boat, which you need to with the game. You know, you can sit there marveling at the way the sea and the graphics of the sea is. You know, and fight skeletons and shoot skeletons, and then get a bigger gun and shoot skeletons, and find caves, and then dig a hole, and the like. So heading towards Golden Sands Outpost now. We're going to cash that in, see what we can get. But effectively, I mean, that's the first dig up a treasure chest mission that I've done, and that's great. I mean, you know, we had a couple of go over here, kill that pirate, get the bounty skull, make some money, buy some gear. But now, you know, this first Marauder's chest, it's going to be something well worth cashing in. So, I've been Ricardo. This has been how I completed the Canon Cove Find the Marauder's Treasure Chest mission. Check back for more videos in the series. I'm going to take my chest now, cash it in, see what it's all about. I'm going to dive in and get myself to shore. So, thanks for watching. See you soon. Check back for more videos in the series.
How can I help you? Farewell, matey.